Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope all of you are doing well. In today's video, I thought of bringing you guys along to check out Singapore's grey market scene and just kind of a mid-year check-in of the watch update and see how things are with the watch market. And yeah, it's already the mid-year and time is moving really fast nowadays, and we only have 6 more months to go or less. But anyway, I'm wearing my 126-300, the now discontinued 41mm Oyster Perpetual. And today we are at the Bencoolen Mall. And also a word of advice, guys, if you are planning to check out the grey market in Singapore, don't come on a Monday like I did in this video, because a lot of the shops like what you see here are closed on Monday, at least in the Bencoolen Mall. After this stop, we'll be going to Far East Plaza, and those shops over there are generally opened, but of course do your research first before coming down. So anyway, even though some of the shops are closed, they still have some of the pieces on display, but most of it are entry-level or mid-range models. And you see some Omegas here. High ticket items like Patek and AP are not shown on display when the shop is closed for obvious reasons. I also include a currency exchange rate at the top so you guys can compare, and let me know in the comment section below if the watches in Singapore cost more or less than wherever you guys are at, because some of the shops that we'll see later on have prices on display so you can easily compare. So let me know. But in general, the watch market is getting better, but it is still on the expensive side. A lot of pieces, the common Rolex sports models, the APs, the Pateks, in general still expensive, but it is getting better. Anyway, this is Bright Time, the shop that we are looking at right now. Even though it is closed, I did went in on another day and tried on a watch. But I believe Bright Time is probably the biggest grey dealer in Bencoolen Mall. I may be wrong, but it looks like it. And I went in and tried on a 5212 Patek Philippe Calatrava. This one is in stainless steel. And I'm kind of in that phase of the collection or in my watch journey where I kind of want to consolidate most of the pieces and just go all in on a grill watch, the end game kind of piece, or the piece that will definitely put you off buying another watch for a while. Just settle down with just 1 or 2 pieces, and I was really considering that. And you can see it's really stunning in person. This was my first time handling it and putting it on the wrist, and it fits my style, fits the way that I dress, and I really like it. But still not sure. Let me know if you guys are in that phase of your watch collection, or you are still collecting as many pieces as possible. This next shop is Asia Timepiece Center, and they specialize in more on the affordable, entry-level and vintage pieces, stuff we've never really seen before, and they have a lot on display. Really interesting pieces. But they also have your Rolexes and your Omegas, and here you have some of it on display. Unfortunately, they do not display the prices of the watches, but they do mention if it is a full set or if it's just watch only. So there's that, but you do have to go in and ask if you want the price. Some modern Omegas and also a couple of Tudors on display as well. This one is the Diver Seamaster Diver 300. Also the same model, I believe. Omega just have quite a few, and I sometimes lose track. But here are the Tudor black base and a nice cool reversal on display. And this one, they do have the price, 12,500 for a full gold reversal. Definitely worth checking out. Here is a cool Rolex Milgauss, definitely a forgotten piece, but a unique one by Rolex, where the hour hand is of a thunder or lightning to symbolize the cool factor of this watch, and that is because it is anti-magnetic. So a cool watch. Now we are at the next shop, which is About Time. They have more on display, more Rolexes on display, and here you can see, but it's a bit plain. a bit bare because it's just watches only. There is no description of it at all. This kind of displays are a bit outdated. Later on, when you go to Far East Plaza, you can see definitely a big difference and on how they display the watches. But here you can see all of your favorite Rolexes, the sports models. Here is the Daytona, the Panda, a white gold Daytona, and an AP, and also an MBNF. A cool watch, but definitely not my kind of style. And at the low section, they also have displays of ladies' pieces, ladies' datechas. And that's about it for this shop. Moving on to the next one, Watch Capital. And if the previous one was a bit plain, a bit bare, just look at this display. A big display and just one or two watches at most each. Not really sure what is the business model here, but yeah, interesting to say the least. Again, more Rolexes on display, which will be a common theme and will remain a common theme here in Singapore's grey market. But here is a cool Rolex Daytona with a racing numerals, I think if you call it. But anyway, that is it for the Bencoolen Mall. It's a short trip because it is a Monday and a lot of the shops are closed. Here's a wrist roll or a wrist shot with my friend, and he is wearing the iconic Pepsi GMT Master 2, and I'm of course wearing the now discontinued 124-300 Oyster Perpetual 41mm. And here we are at Far East Plaza, and I think this is probably the main mall, the main place for grey market. There are a few in Singapore, a few malls that have grey market dealers, but I think Far East Plaza is probably one of the main places that people go to. And we are starting off with j.pendulum over here. And right off the bat, you can definitely tell the difference in presentation, in the vibe, and this one definitely have a luxurious feel to it. And the displays, the watches on display are presented, are placed properly. It is not all clumped up and just without any sense of purpose. You can see the information displayed is clear, and there's prices, there's everything that you need to know on it over there. This shop definitely caters more towards the high-end clientele. Most of the watches that you see on display are at least 6 figures, so it's a little scary to be honest, but it's still nice to see pieces that you've never seen before. All of the high-end, high horology pieces, the most complicated pieces will probably be on display here. Here's a stunning platinum Patek Philippe world timer, and it is going for under retail. And these are some interesting times that we are living in, because I think only a year or 2 years ago, everything from Patek is going over retail and you really cannot get anything from them. But now, most dress pieces or anything that is not sports model from Patek, like a Aquanaut or a Nautilus, is going under retail at the grey market, and you can probably request directly from the AD if you want any dress pieces, and you can probably get it. But here, speaking of the Nautilus, this is a now recently discontinued Nautilus 5712 Moonface. This is probably be my endgame watch, my favorite of all the Nautilus variation, and just wow, simply stunning. Maybe one day we all can dream. But here is an interesting Patek Philippe Nautilus Jumbo Blue Dial, and it goes for 200,000 Singapore dollars, and it comes in the smallest possible box. Not sure what is going on here. I've never really heard about this watch, but let me know if you guys have heard of this Nautilus before. I did one time went into the shop with a friend of mine. He was looking at a Patek Philippe Ellipse, and he was wearing his 5711, so I was just following his lead. If I was by myself or with someone else, I probably won't go into the shop, but yeah, I'm just following his lead. And this is the Patek Philippe Ellipse that he was looking at. This one is the engraved version, and I believe this is a platinum Ellipse. But of course, the 5711 will always be the star of the show. And here is the watch. First time ever holding it on my hand, and it's unbelievably slim for the watch. Really nice piece. And again, another grill. This one is a discontinued model. Now it's only the 5811 Nautilus in precious metal in white gold. So yeah, enjoy a bit of a bonus clip for you guys. we have a couple more great dealers to check out. This one is Watchbook, which I believe is a sister brand to Watch Exchange, but I may be wrong. Here is again the 5212 Patek Philippe Calatrava with a weekly calendar. And yep, it is looking at me right in the face again, asking me to consider should I really consolidate my pieces for this watch, and probably have a two watch collection, maybe this Patek Philippe and maybe an Omega or a Rolex. I don't know. What do you guys think? Here's a few more Patek Philippe's on display. Watchbook, just like j.pendulum, also have all of the information of the watches on display clearly visible, so you can take your time and decide if the watch that you want is right for you. No pressure by going into the grey dealer and having to decide on the spot. Watchbook and Watch Exchange, which we will see after this, probably have the largest inventory in Far East Plaza, as you can see from the displays here. And right now, the Submariners dates or no dates are going just about 2,000 plus over retail, which is a really good deal and at a really good price. Definitely, you guys can consider if you guys do not want to play the AD game, because retail still is pretty much impossible unless you buy a watch that is not desired. At least that is the case for here in Singapore. The GMTs are still even harder to get, and probably not your first or second watch, maybe the third if you're lucky. But yeah, they also have some Omegas on display, and most Omegas, unless it's a Snoopy, are going under retail, so you can save some value and some money lost if should you get from the grey market. Even a 321, the caliber 321 at white Omega Speedmaster, very nice watch with a hand finish and hand assembled movement. Still is not safe from depreciation. It's losing quite a bit as soon as you buy it from retail. Here you can see a 2024 piece going for 19,000 Singapore dollars, which is about 4,000 less, or 3,000 rather. So yeah, this is a cool Apollo 11 Omega Speedmaster with some gold accents, and it's a limited edition from 2019, I think. I can't remember exactly, but a really cool presentation box that it comes with. So a lot of options here at Watchbook. Back to the Rolex display, and probably one of my favorite Rolex model family, the Oyster Perpetual. As you can see, I'm wearing one myself, the 41mm, and here you can see an array of Datejust. We just skip past the Oyster Perpetual, but here are the Datejust, and I like that they present the watches according to their family. So all of the Datejust in one place, the Datejust or the Oyster Perpetual in one place, the Submariners and etc. And just in case you don't want the standard Rolex and you want something more limited, they also have this Rolex Daytona, Platinum Daytona in the ice blue dial with baguette hour markers at about 155,000 Singapore dollars. So this will definitely, if you wear this, it will definitely stand out among the rest. You probably won't ever see anyone wearing it in public ever. It's quite rare. But here we are inside of Watch Exchange, and this is the Audemars Piguet 15550 37mm Royal Oak with the grey dial, and I think the grey dial is the best looking Royal Oak color, aside from the blue of course, but the grey is really nice. This is the white dial 15510, I believe. This is the 41mm variation. A nice white dial, but I think I still prefer the grey one. And of course, here I'm again thinking and considering, do I really want to consolidate all of my collection and just have two watch, one grill and one like a daily watch? But not today. This is probably another grill, the Patek Aquanaut. This one is going quite crazy, premium on the grey market. So I think it's double or almost double. But it is, after all, a Patek Philippe sports model, so it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think of this video, and remember to like, comment and subscribe. And that's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care. Peace.